maybe next week.
Recording
But
in
mine,
progress.
I would have to say are mint chocolate chip first.
Mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be building your top 5, it would be mint chocolate chip.
Okay. Mint chocolate chip. I love a good pistachio ice cream for sure. Butter pecan. I like a good chocolate and I like a good strawberry.
That strawberry came out of left field for.
I love strawberries.
Yeah, mine would be mint chocolate chip, pistachio, bubble gum. I guess I'm basic because of the Rocky Road thing, and double basic because I really like a good vanilla ice cream. For me, that's the basis of everything. If your vanilla ice cream is really done well with good milk.
That's true. I'll give you that too. Vanilla, those primary colors of the ice cream world, that Neapolitan thing, if it's done correctly, it's really almost unmatchable.
It's really up there.
Yeah.
Like a
It's
good
really up
vanilla
there.
would actually carry everything.
Yeah. So
That's why
to complete my to complete my top 5, you have, I said chocolate, cheese, cookies and cream, ube or purple taro on fourth place, and then vanilla number 5.
Ever since I was a kid, I found that cheese ice cream stuff really weird.
I can't do it.
Right?
I don't know. Maybe that's just my my preferences. I don't know.
I'll tell you, it's a very Filipino thing.
Cheese, right?
It
You
is.
put cheese on everything.
Bro, when I seen cheese ice cream, I was like, yo, fuck, crazy. But
Yeah.
I will give you this. I will give you this. Minus my initial reaction to like fucking cheese, it is good.
It is just weird.
It's not bad. It's just the mental block for me is like this ain't supposed to be a thing.
This shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like the cheese. We put cheese on everything. You have hash browns, right? It came from you
Yeah.
guys. So do you put cheese powder on your hash browns?
Cheese powder? No, but you can put like regular cheese.
Yeah, I
Cheesy
grew
hash
up-
browns are good.
I grew up with cheese powder.
Or
on
maybe
my
molten
hash
cheese. You know, cheese spreads or something like that. In a semi-liquid form.
Yeah, I'm the type of person that I put cheese on anything. Like sliced cheese, like I do. I take the pan de sal when Julie goes and gets pan de sal.
browns. Yeah.
I just put it in the air fryer and I take like sliced burger cheese and just put it all over it and just pop it and let that cheese just melt all over it. Hey, you know what she did? That she did not appreciate this as much as I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think what she did was like unintentionally genius.
What did you do?
Yeah.
She took the pan de sal,
Mm.
flattened it, and made French toast out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Sarah
Bro.
did the same.
That
Sarah
also
does the same thing.
that also works.
I was like, why don't you do this like every time? Like, why is this
Sarah
only
does it.
now?
If we have old pandesal, I guess a day old, what she would do is just mix milk and just add the pandesal there, let it soak, and just fry it over oil. And we have French
Yeah.
toast.
Yeah, it's so good.
Either milk or eggs. Either way, it's a good.
And if you
way to,
leave it too long,
French toast.
and you got an oven, and just mash it, you got pudding.
Yeah.
And
That's how
yeah.
bakeries here actually make money. Nothing
Yeah.
gets wasted. Like the
Nothing
old
gets
pandesal, they leave it at least for 2 days and it hardens. Then they put it in
Yeah.
a blender and they use it as sprinkles for the next pandesals.
yeah,
That's the powder
I mean,
on top.
Yeah, I mean, as we say in Tagalog, walang sayang. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
no
we got.
waste.
waste.
No
That's
waste.
the reason why we got sisig.
Ah. And speaking of bread and cheese, I mean, you serve in the U.S. military, force,
Yeah.
and I understand that your MREs have this cheese spread that goes with your with some of the meal with the meals on the MRE and the bread. You
Yeah.
remember? I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but every time that you have the liquidized cheese spreads like Cheese Whiz I'm thinking it's Mondelez, the cheese spread that's just like mayonnaise but it's cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Are you reminded of the cheese spread on MREs?
Can you keep liquid in an MRE?
Like cheese, yeah, cheese, dude. Cheese has a shelf life. With fucking like if
Yeah, it
the
has
way
to
they
be
do it, yeah.
dehydrated, right?
No, it's in a packet. I think an MRE shelf life is 7 years.
Dude, people are giving McDonald's a hard time when it comes to the shelf life of their food regarding preservatives. But an MRE sometimes can last for more than 50 years and can still be eaten.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
as far as Ian's question, I hadn't really because like easy cheese is just such a thing for us. You know what I'm saying? Like the easy cheese. So I never really seen like that, like squeeze cheese out of something. But now that you mentioned it, this is kind of the only place I've seen it other than in an MRE.
nice.
But see, all the MREs, like I had a preference.
Yeah.
As
And
as everyone does, yeah.
Yeah, true. But mine started because I wanted to save the heater because it comes with a heater, right?
Famous
Just pour wa-
ration heater, yeah.
Yeah, and it gets hot. I saved my heater so that when I shaved, I could shave with warm water in the field.
Yeah.
So I actually started searching out. There's one MRE that requires no heating, and it's the tuna fish MRE because it comes
This was
with
before the first strike ration, right?
yeah, it comes with like burrito wrappers and mayonnaise. So it's just cold. You just scoop it out, put it in there, and I just eat with the mayonnaise, and it's never had to heat I always went for the tuna.
Imagine the U.S. military suddenly replacing your MREs with Lunchly, and how mad
Oh.
people will be.
Lunchables?
Lunchly.
Lunchly,
From
the
Logan Paul.
Lunchly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Paper Straw Podcast. I am Ian Riñon, an independent alternative media practitioner, among other things, including being the guy behind the Intrepid Ian Riñon YouTube channel. As always, I have my co-hosts, Christian Tejares and Chris Short, and we are recording this on the 1st of November 2024, so that means the day after Halloween. So how was Halloween for you guys?
We survived it.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Gcash.
Trick or treat Gcash. Yeah.
Gcash or
I
cash.
do have some sample candies that we're gonna give to the kids, just in case they still wanna trick or treat with us.
I'm just gonna be giving them medical.
Anyway, so since we are, since it's the aftermath of Halloween, I really wanted to, know, some of the
Yeah.
costumes that,
aftermath.
you know. Yeah, the aftermath of Halloween.
Like we had the purge.
The Purge. Yeah, that may be good. But let's talk about some of the costumes that some of the famous folks have been wearing this Halloween. And I guess we can have one example that we see. Each of us have one example we see, and then after that we're also going to tackle something that I wrote for Paper Straw Media that concerns my my personal faith and Christian's personal hobby. So
My
do check
hobby.
out and please do please do
My hobby.
stay tuned because we're gonna talk about that later in this podcast. But for now, Halloween costumes. I mean, uh, it's the most you know, it's been commercialized these days, of course. But uh, I really wanted to talk about some of the Halloween costumes that just uh went or that were featured this year. So anything in mind that you have any celebrity that you have seen online or that you have in mind or you want to share that really caught your eye?
And my question for you guys is: have you ever worn a Halloween costume before? And what was your most creative ones?
Ooh. I didn't. I haven't really paid attention to. I think. I think the Kardashians did a thing. Um, right. Kim did like the albino alligator. Apparently, is a thing. I don't know what the hell that was.
We're talking
There was a-
about this year though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
it
you
was this
worn?
year. Yeah.
Have you worn a costume before, Chris, for a Halloween party?
Oh, let's yeah.
Um, no, I don't think I've ever went all the way out.
You
Like,
didn't?
Yeah.
no, not that I can remember. I think maybe the most time-consuming one I had was like a full ninja suit, like face covered and everything. But I was like 8.
Yeah, I went to a
Yeah.
Halloween party once. This was back in college, and I didn't actually know they were supposed to actually wear a costume when you go. So I asked someone for duct tape, and this is gonna get me canceled today, because what I did was actually took it's a masking tape, packaging tape. It's paper. So I put it on my chest and wrote God on it.
Mm.
So that was my costume for the entire night. If I did that today, someone took a
Yeah, it's-
picture of me.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I
I'm
kept
not sure
getting
if
asked,
that's-
"What's your costume?" and I just keep pointing at my name tag.
I'm not sure if that's if that costume is somehow related to the Purge because I think I saw in one of the films there's this mask it's called and there's God written on
Yeah,
the forehead of the
It's
mask.
not related. It's just me being desperate not to look bad in a costume party without actually wearing a costume.
Yeah,
I
I wrote God
my
on it.
personal experience regarding Halloween costumes was back in 2016 when I worked for a Catholic school back then, and their take on Halloween is more on dressing up like the Catholic saints, and it just so happens that I have altar servers vestments at home, and that's what I wore: a cassock, a black cassock, and then I also have a toy sword because I I explained that I was dressing up as Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus or the Jesuits. Quite ironic because I came from UST.
I'm going to go to
And-
hell for
yeah.
this question. But did anyone actually dress as Gomburza?
I don't
Hey!
know what that is.
That's
Com-
not a
complete
bad
with-
idea though.
complete
That's
with
not a
garrote.
bad idea.
Complete with garote.
Garrote. Hey! I don't mind if there's a garrote or there are garrote marks on the
That's
on
Halloween.
the person wearing or dressing up as either one of the three priests.
My
But
question.
most likely it's gonna be most of the priests that have a garrote mark would imitate Father Jose Burgos.
Like,
the
why
most.
are the most scary parts of Halloween actually related to the church?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Why?
Because religion is not religion in general. Religious leaders all through history have used fear as a motivator.
I guess that's
Right? Do this or you burn forever.
Yeah.
Right. One of those type things. God will be angry. You'll get smited. Like
Yeah.
that's fear.
yeah,
You know, funny
That's-
story
that's
about that
fear-mongering.
is
yeah.
one scientific advantage that we have right now, benefits of science that we're actually enjoying, is actually just the lightning rod. Remember those things? You have that in
Yeah.
every top of the building. The story about that, it was actually invented by Benjamin Franklin.
Oh,
So the reason for the creation of that was actually the church.
be frank.
What happened back in the days where lightning would strike the tallest structure within a town? What is the tallest structure in a town back then? It was actually
Church steeple.
Church.
Yeah.
So
Church
what
steeple,
happens
yeah.
is multiple churches across the town are actually competing to get what do you call the people who attend them? Kind of forgot. Members.
Attend their
Just
service,
let's just call this.
congregation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is when a church gets hit by lightning, other churches would say, they're praying not in the correct way. That's why they got struck by God. So when Benjamin Franklin actually created the lightning rod, that caused a stir in the religious community because he was called to as someone that's meddling with God's plan.
I see. I see. That's yeah, but that's regarding fear mongering and anger. We'll deal with that at the latter end of our episode. But yeah, we're that's foreshadowing, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So that's that. Anyway, back to the topic. I was assigned to write for one of the things, or one of the celebrities, if I call them that, who dressed up for Halloween. And again, we're gonna talk about Carlos Yulo and Chloe San Jose. I mean, that's the one that I wrote about, and I guess you can check it out on the Paper Straw Media website. And they dressed up as Chucky, Ray, and Tiffany Valentine, the killer dolls. So that's the one that I noticed. But that was more like because that's a very interesting thing to write. Very interesting thing to publish as an article for Paper Straw. But personally, what I noticed, and this is the one that if you're on Twitch, I already mentioned this earlier. I noticed that Mark Zuckerberg, the guy behind Facebook and the boss of Meta, dressed up as John Wick to contrast himself with all the cute fairy costumes that his daughters and his wife, to be honest,
John Wick.
have been wearing.
He doesn't want a character that talks too much.
Yeah. So that's the costume that I noticed, or that's the costume that I noticed. So at the top of my head, when I saw that just earlier, a few minutes earlier, I was thinking, what's with Zuck? What does this mean? Or
Dude, I've been all this time I've been wondering why we're entrusting our social lives to the most socially awkward person in the world. So
oh yeah, it's not just Zuck. You have Elon Musk, you have Jeff Bezos, all those rich folks.
but
anyway,
but these two actually make looking socially awkward cool. That's a difference.
And Zuck
because-
has recently experienced the glow up, I think.
Glow up.
Yeah. He went from, you know, Mr. Facebook to like Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a good observation. Anyway,
Incoming
that's
divorce.
just my.
Incoming
That's gonna-
divorce.
Oh boy, watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this space. We'll see what happens. If Zuck and his wife call it quits. But that's me. That's what I noticed, or that's the world famous guy who dressed up on Halloween, or that's my entry for that. Either of you can go ahead and see or check or share who you noticed for Halloween.
I didn't.
Like it's hard to actually find celebrities in Halloween costumes now because everyone has actually been politically correct. That even the celebrities are actually scared to dress up.
Well,
The fun of Halloween has
just-
been sucked by the
I
voice
just-
text that is PC. So
I don't know. I just opened Instagram to see like what type of Halloween costumes there are. I'm not sure if you guys know who Ryan Sickler is.
Ryan Sickler.
Ryan Sickler, yeah, he's a comedian, and this was his Halloween costume.
Ray gun.
Right, gun, yeah.
yeah, I kind of figured a lot of
Fucking
people
Ray
would be
gun.
dressing up as that.
Yeah. Yeah, so he nailed Ray Gun. Oh, he did all the poses. So he's got this pose,
Hmm.
right? Then he did, of course, this pose. Of course, yeah, this pose.
he had to,
Notice he had to prop
he
himself
had
up
to
against
prop
the wall.
himself beside the wall. So
He
let's
had to
give
prop himself on the wall because of his
let's
age.
give Reagan some points for that.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got popping up here. I hate when I think the Kardashians and the Jenners are guilty of this, and some celebrities where they do like 3 or 4 looks for Halloween.
Ooh.
The Kardashians and the Jenners. I just like, I seen Kendall Jenner did a striptease homage. And then she also did the Simple Life thing. Yeah. You know the Demi Moore striptease?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically nothing.
Basically nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Kardashian.
I figured Ed Sheeran would be Chucky.
Ooh.
Well, Carlos Yulo is already Chucky.
Ed Sheeran would be perfect as Chucky. Like there is
I
Sophie
mean,
Turner as Trinity from The Matrix.
Oh. Yeah.
I think that's the easiest one to actually do because it's just a bodysuit.
Yeah. How about you, Christian? Who did you notice wearing something? Who wore a costume on Halloween?
I can't recall the celebrities, but I've seen a lot of Harley Quinns.
Yeah, a lot of Harley
A
Quinn.
lot of Harley Quinns.
Hmm.
Not a lot of imagination right now because there are very few costumes that you can actually do. Because I remember at one point, I think this was back in 2017, when I forgot the publication which released a list of the costumes you can't do anymore, and it's a long list.
What do you mean you can't do anymore? Like
You can't wear anymore. It's gonna be offensive. It's a long ass
like Jeffrey
list.
Dahmer?
In the name of PC.
Like
What the
you
hell?
can't buy a Jeffrey Dahmer costume anymore. You could just buy a set of glasses,
Glasses. That's all you need.
Every fucking
and just a onesie. Like
break.
it's an easy costume to actually pull off. But would you? Would you even dare? Like the Jack
Ah.
Sparrow thing, pretty common.
Yeah. I mean,
Especially-
it's on the list.
Especially if it
It's on
comes
the
with
list.
a bed with a shit on it.
I mean, it's on the list. The Jack Sparrow costume.
Yeah, I guess pirates were, and hobos, I guess, was on the list. Sexy nurses were on the list. Nuns were actually on the list. I
especially
guess,
because of maybe manga, anime, or Valak.
yeah, and also John Oliver did a piece on this a few years back, where he actually found a sexy John Oliver costume
Oh,
on stage.
that's a thing. Jesus.
Bloody hell.
So there's a lot of costumes you can't do anymore. If you're gonna be a celebrity, I figured you would be careful with this one.
Oh yeah.
Like the one holiday in the entire world where you can actually just let loose and no rules will be applied is actually being cut off.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, yeah. Any reference to the purge is also on the list though,
Yeah,
or not.
especially that.
Especially that.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
anything that
How
involves
about-
firearms.
Hmm.
So,
So even money.
so the entire
even,
state of Alabama is just gonna be indoors.
Even Money Heist or La Casa de Papel.
Yeah, Austin Powers, I guess, would be a thing.
Even Money Heist or La Casa de Papel, right? It's on the list.
No, I guess not. And also Squid Games, it's not on the list back then. I don't even know if Squid Games was actually out when the article was actually published. I'll try to search for it and put it in the description.
Yeah, sure. That would be beneficial as well for our viewers out there, so that they can understand the context too of what we're talking about here. So that's a good call Christian.
Yeah, but
So,
if I was gonna be
yeah.
wearing a costume today, I would probably go out. Let's say I would probably build a costume that what I would look like a Gen Z.
Okay.
Well, you
What
can
does that?
pass
What
as
does
a,
that consist of?
I don't know if you're gonna pass as a Gen Zer or Gen Zer,
It
but
depends
maybe an
upon-
older millennial, maybe. But
It-
I guess you're an older millennial though.
It consists of a vape pen, an EpiPen, a wet blanket, and a stick up my ass. So so that would be my costume.
Yeah.
And my probably a bill to the patriarchy and a feminist movement shirt. It's a good costume.
Yeah, it sounds like you're gonna get a lot of candy with this one.
Yeah, wearing kitty headphones. With
I remember.
LEDs.
I remember. I think we've talked about this before. I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but there were two women who put
Two.
dildos on their downstairs
A
areas.
bottle of Clonopin and a bottle of Ritalin. That's the perfect Gen Z package as a costume.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there's but I guess it's gonna be that's gonna be banned though.
I'm
The
gonna
one
receive
that I
a lot of
mentioned.
hate for that. I
Yeah,
love it.
of course, that's for sure. And yeah.
Tell me when I'm telling lies. Like, come on.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be hurt by that, at least be hurt by
Yeah.
something that's not true.
Yeah, of course. That's and there are some last minute costumes that definitely made the rounds. There are some women who are dressed up with blue wigs, a yellow overcoat, maybe a cross or a rosary on their necks, and they have a stick or a pilgrim staff.
Mm.
And I guess if they could still get themselves some green boots to boot, why not? And it's a good way to transition to basically the meat and potatoes of this episode. The reason why I we foreshadowed it earlier. It's because, as I said, it's part of my personal belief, and it's part of Christian's personal hobby. It's about Luce. I have written an article about Luce on the Paper Straw Media website. We can link that as well in the description below. And TLDR, a lot of people love it, but there are also a lot of people who are, you know, distancing themselves at best, and condemning it as diabolical at worst. So that's that. I guess Christian has it on his
Yeah, I
his
have it
end.
on screen right now for
Yeah,
those that are interested.
yeah. That's so basically uh the Vatican new evangelization chief, Archbishop, um, what's his name? Rino Fisichella. This is Italian, by the way. Introduced Luce, which is which is Italian for light,
Yeah.
as the official mascot of the Catholic Church, or of the Vatican for the Catholic Church's Jubilee year in 2025. Although the Jubilee year would begin on Christmas Eve this year, so that's the context. The reason why the Vatican, commissioned Tokidoki
Yeah.
and its co-founder Simone Legno is because Luce and her friends, basically Luce is a girl, an anime girl, and in the context of some anime fans, somehow she's a waifu, a
Ooh.
Catholic waifu for that. Um, you know, the reason why Luce is created, Luce and friends are created,
Yeah.
is because she and her friends would represent the Vatican as the mascots for Expo 2025 in Japan. So, yeah. And yeah, there are a lot of artworks and memes already the past few days.
When you did
And as I
this article,
said,
when you did this
Yeah?
article, have you done research regarding Tokidoki?
oh yeah, I did.
Have
And
you seen their works?
yeah, and I've also noticed the backlash that some traditional-minded Catholics are are sharing because of Tokidoki's past projects.
Yeah, they're known to actually do half-naked dragon girls. So
Yeah, yeah, I've heard of that too. And um, let's not go further. I mean, they've also been commissioned for Pride Month, I guess. So that's another can of worms, and that is something that some of my own personal contacts have been concerned about, because
You think- do you think the Vatican actually reached out to Pop, the Funko, for this one? And
I don't know.
because
I
I,
don't
was
know.
actually wondering why they never actually reach out, because Funko is actually the most logical place they would actually go to for this.
Yeah,
If they want more awareness for the character, and they want ease of access for other countries to actually acquire the collectible, they would probably reach out to Funko instead of Tokidoki.
yeah. I guess that would have been a strategic that would have been a good strategic decision. But then again, as some Vaticanistas have observed in the past few years, ever since Pope Francis became Pope in 2013, there have been a lot of bad decisions in how he and his associates run the Catholic Church. So, as someone who is a Catholic, who has been going to mass on Sundays and holy days of obligation, I do have legitimate concerns as well with how Luce is going to be portrayed. Although there are good ones. There are good ones.
Now that
but-
you say that, I'm actually thinking of this coming Easter. When
Oh
we get a
my
body girl Luce.
Goodness, my goodness, I don't know. But from the
Bunny girl
get-go,
Luce from
a
the
few
Vatican.
minutes, just a few minutes after she was introduced to the world, a lot of Rule 34 degenerates have usurped the whole damn thing. You
It's
know
the
Rule
internet.
34, guys?
It's,
No.
Yeah, I know the Rule 34. It's the internet just being the internet. If you release something in the internet, don't expect something intelligent back. Like,
Right.
yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But to be fair, to be absolutely fair, there are also personal contacts of mine who are traditionally minded, those who are attending the traditional Latin mass and all of the and are basically into the sense of the sacred and all that stuff. They actually find Luce cute. They actually find Luce cute. Even Michael Knowles from the Daily Wire approves this, even though his fellow creator on the Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, and I think fellow Catholic too,
Do you have
is
a
a
picture
bit
there?
reprehensive
do
about
you have
that.
a picture there, Ian, that we could actually share?
Yeah,
You
I
pop
thought
it
you
up.
never asked. I thought you never asked. Let me just share it here.
I was waiting for you to share it. Because you said you
I'll
prepared
just
some stuff.
I just requested.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'll just and while I'm waiting
it's
for
sad that there's backlash regarding this, considering a lot of Catholics are actually wearing crosses. That's my theory regarding Jesus Christ not coming back to earth. It's because he's actually scared people are wearing his pain.
uh-huh.
I mean, think about it. I've said this for years. If he had been executed with a gun, like would everybody be wearing guns around their neck?
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I wouldn't be
crazy.
coming back to a country where there are images of me being destroyed.
This is kind of what I was talking about when I said that they use fear.
So I'm not sure if you're seeing it right now, ladies and gentlemen, and you gentlemen too. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but this is a
No.
post from
It's not yet.
priest.
It's not yet on my screen.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it says you started sharing, but I don't
Double
see
click to
anything.
enter full screen. Like rappers use these things to give thanks.
Yeah, it's
I
yeah.
would
I've
like
always
to
had
thank
a weird
Nice.
feeling
Nice.
about the cross or whatever.
rappers
How it became
wearing
a symbol.
gold crosses when they're gonna be receiving their awards.
Hmm.
I would like to
Oh,
thank
there
my
we go.
family, my publicist, and God, because without him, I would have written face down, ass up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It is cute.
I don't know if yeah. You see it now, right?
Yeah.
The post from Catholic priest named Father Matthew Schneider LC. Right?
Yeah.
Why female, by the
Yes.
way?
Beats me. I also don't know,
I've-
but here's my theory.
Of course,
Here's my
of
theory.
course, they have to use a
Because-
female. If not, there would be unlimited jokes on the internet about this little boy.
Hey, hey, look. Hey, look.
Like,
In all seriousness, I
that's
have a theory
exactly the
because
reason.
don't even get me started with Rule 34, guys. But
Look, we're gonna
here's
get
my
into
Say anything
theory.
Much?
Get into some fan art. That shit would be crazy.
Yeah, but here's my theory about why Luce is a girl. Because according to Christian theology,
Yeah.
the church is basically the bride of Christ. So
Yikes.
that means
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
that makes Jesus the bridegroom of the church. So that's basically the theology of that,
Hold
and that also represents the church as a mother and as a pilgrim. So that's the reason why Luce is a female. You know what? Everyone's gushing. Everyone's gushing over her.
Good
I mean,
God.
come on. I'll
I
share
find it
the
ironic that this institution actually used a female as a mascot, yet they can't actually provide a female priest.
Mm.
Hey, that's not my problem.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Chris, your joke actually got to me. I just realized it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would actually look that bad if this was a boy.
It would be crazy.
Of course you would overcompensate.
I'll share to you the link.
It does
so that
look
you can
weird,
check.
right? In the pictures, like the drawing of a little girl actually carrying a cross with someone nailed on it. It looks off-putting.
Yeah, but here's one of the cute artworks.
Yeah, that one looks
That's
cute,
Luce.
but the one with a
Yeah.
tiny
You know what
man
this-
on a cross.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Are you guys familiar with Precious Moments?
Precious moments.
It
Yeah.
feels familiar
Sure.
to me. Are those statues?
They're little small like figurines, and they had like yeah.
Yeah.
I think my sister has a collection of that.
I sold them when I was in elementary school. Like we had to sell them for like a project or something, and
Yeah.
I sold some of them, never turned the money in, and then we had like a shitload of them in my house.
Those are collectibles, right? Now?
They were
They have
collectibles,
value?
yeah. We had like there was like notepads and mugs and there's all kinds. They had a whole line of stuff.
By the way, I'm sharing my own Facebook page, Intrepedian rin yun. That's that. And one of the cool memes. Okay, this is Michael Knowles' video. By the way, I'll provide the link to that also. We'll also provide the link to that in the video description below. And I also had a Substack article, which is an op-ed about this one. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to link to you guys. That's thing. And then there's this meme from Tarantadong Calbo, a local,
name.
a local,
That's a great
graphic
name.
artist.
For the non-Tagalog speakers, fantastic
Yeah.
name.
yeah, but that's a good meme though. Luce basically choking. I don't know who this is, but
You know,
Yeah.
that stick reminds me of when you get probation, when you're under punishment for getting trash. When you get trash during your probation punishment, remember that, Chris?
Yeah,
When you're rendering community service,
yeah.
that reminds me so much of it.
and this one is a reference from a reference for The Shining.
The Shining. It means so much different in different parts of the U.S. if someone looks at this picture,
Yeah,
right, Chris?
yeah, for sure.
In all its glory.
That's I don't know if that's The Shining or a glory hole.
But
And it doesn't.
come to
I don't.
think of
I
it-
don't know. I don't know if the devil is scared or preparing himself.
Mildly
Maybe both.
interested,
maybe both.
Yeah.
thinking about it.
And this tells me like don't do anything crazy because Luce is probably watching.
I figured there's no test marketing for it
Well,
before they actually
Luce
released it to
has-
the public.
Look, Luce has the power of God and anime on her side. The viral meme video has become a prophecy fulfilled.
This damn stick is a problem.
That's crazy.
Did they not test market this before they actually release it to the public?
Honestly, but like you said earlier, there's really nothing. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't
People
matter.
will
You
find
could.
ways regarding this, but
It will always. They will always. This one is wild.
yeah, at least you can minimize it by actually asking around, right?
What is that sticking through the wall? What is that?
It's a shocker.
Unless you yeah, that's a good point. Unless
That's a
you know the
Valentine's Day
reference.
special.
It feels
Unless
like
you
the
know the
devil is
reference
thinking
for-
we don't have that back in hell.
Yeah.
Actually, that stick is what's called a bordone. It's basically a pilgrim's stick or a pilgrim's staff, and basically it has a practical purpose of hanging your water jug or your hat in it. So that's the reason why it has that secondary branch, so that
It's
you
a
can.
hobo stick.
Oh yeah, it's basically a hobo stick. That's a good call, Christian. And in some of the artworks, in the official artwork, by the way, Luce's pupils are shaped like scallop shells, and you know what reminds me of that? The Camino de Santiago in Spain.
That's not the first thing that came to my mind.
I can't. I don't. Yeah. I don't
I'm
know
sorry.
any of that.
Well, now you
can't-
know.
I can't even with this one. Like,
This is crazy. This looks like something a divorced mother of 4 would have in her bedside table.
I guess now we know why Funko didn't actually pick up on this one.
I wish they would have
Wow.
put little. I wish they would have put little vibrating lines next to it. That would have been fucking great.
Yeah, but you know what?
And that was like,
It works.
Oh, yeah.
I want to buy
it
this
does
just for the
work.
sake of me having it here.
Yeah.
Is that the same devil from South Park? Because if it is, he's
It
gay.
looks like something from South Park. Something that South Park would have thought of.
But yeah, I mean, but yeah, you know, going back to like, there's really nothing safe on the internet.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
But
even
if-
Asmongold,
you think about
Asmongold
it-
was
let me give you a
Yeah.
bit of perspective. If you consider what's behind me, these are much more safe than that.
oh yeah.
There's
I
very little meme you
understand.
could actually make with these things.
well, they're already
understand.
they're already kind of in that realm. So
Yeah.
to make something crazy is not entertaining. Now taking something like Luce.
In a child.
By the way, why is her name Luce? What is? I thought Luce
it's,
was.
it's Italian for light, right?
Yeah, it's Italian for light.
Y'all know the song "Drinking Problem" by Rehab? I
What?
got a drinking problem, man. One mouth and 2 hands. And an
I don't know.
empty can, and I got no Luce.
I don't know. I don't know that
Luce
song, man.
In that song.
Rehab, I think it's by Rehab. It's called Drinking Problem.
What does
His
Luce
problem
mean?
is
What does
It
Luce
just
mean
means
in that
money.
song?
money. Yeah, so he's got his drinking problem is he's got one mouth and 2 hands. That's a problem. An empty can, and no Luce or no money. So that's his drinking problem.
I thought the slang for money is moolah or dough
Oh,
or
there's so
bread
many.
or whatever.
It
Huh?
can go forever and ever and ever.
Paper,
Yeah, cheese, scratch,
anda.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Baria.
Yeah. But
No,
Yeah,
Luce,
that's-
Luce.
Bani.
That's actually pretty good. My voice sounded pretty good there. I was worried.
yeah, but again, to be absolutely fair, the fact that a lot of people are interested with this one, and some of them are actively keeping Luce, who is Japanese for cute. Am I right, Christian?
Cute? Kawaii.
Kawaii? Yeah,
Kawaii.
Yeah.
yeah.
It
They're
is cute.
actively.
If you
Yeah.
don't bastardize it. Like,
Of course. But
but
some of those fan arts, that I featured, that you know, were in Father Schneider's post.
Yeah.
Some of them are very, very cute and very, um, understandably, it's not perfect, but it's understandably cute. I have shared it to you guys uh, on Telegram, so you can check it out for yourselves after the fact. But yeah, um, one of the there's even
It's not
I
just
don't know.
one toy, by the way. Luce is not gonna be one. It's part of a set.
Yeah, Luce and friends. She has three. She has three other friends that are similarly dressed as her, and a dog.
What color are they?
Yeah, I think there's one is green. One has a green coat. The other has red. The other has
what-
I'm not sure if it's purple or blue.
What
We
race are
shared
they?
an
Did they?
image.
Did they at least mix the races?
They did.
Did they?
At least one of them is black.
Yeah.
At least one of them is some
Darker
kind of
complected.
African. Yeah.
So Luce is, I don't know. This is, I mean, it's interesting that they're embracing this kind of art style, right? Is that not?
As a Catholic, I am very surprised. I mean,
Yeah.
But
Look,
the Catholic Church has
um,
been doing this for so long. They've had cartoons regarding Catholicism. Like you had Superbook, The Flying House.
no, that's not the Catholic Church. That's those are evangelical Christians.
But in
those
terms
are,
of in terms of Jesus
yeah,
Christ
veg-
and such, the stories
yeah.
regarding it, people have been
Yeah.
attuned for
The most
these
recent
people
one
being
is Veggie
depicted in
Tales.
animation.
Yeah, the most recent one is Veggie Tales.
Veggie tails, like vegetables.
Yeah,
It's a Christian thing and it's vegetables
yeah. I mean,
for
I
kids.
find it weird. I find it weird though. Yeah.
I mean, there's not many things like that they can do that people won't, twist.
Yeah.
I guess they don't really have any
Yeah.
sordid history with vegetables. Maybe
So how
Yeah.
do you
you
acquire
can't really
this,
do
by the way,
fruits
Ian?
because of the apple of the Garden of Eden because of the apple. Like had she bitten into a
Perhaps.
carrot, maybe.
How
Yeah,
do you acquire
perhaps.
this, Ian? How do you buy this? Is it for sale? Because a lot of
I'm
people
not
online
sure.
are actually asking.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's for sale, but
I don't think they
definitely,
would sell it now.
definitely, it's gonna be some kind of merch in the future as the holy year or the Jubilee year would kick in. But
God.
I guess in my own perspective, it would start selling merch like that, plushies, Funko Pop or whatever, or any of the something similar in your background, Christian. Maybe
Something
after,
similar. I
yeah,
hope
maybe
so.
after. Oh, I hope. No, I don't know, but something similar, but not that kind of, that kind
I
of
mean,
thing.
of
But
something similar in quality, meaning
yeah, something similar,
These are
similar
just
quality.
not-
Yeah.
not just collectible.
Yeah.
There's painting.
No, I
there.
mean like I think he meant
Done
was
well,
like
I'll buy it.
Luce transforms into like the Pope.
Not really.
Because you
Yeah,
got yeah.
But I guess if I am if her debut would be at the Luca something. It's an anime or otaku festival in Italy, in Lucca, in the town of
Okay.
Lucca. So that would be her debut. So
we'll
basically,
have
the Italians have first dibs on this.
We're joking
And
about
then-
this now, but I figured that thing would be expensive in the next couple of years.
Oh yeah.
They're just gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
making it exclusive.
Uh-huh.
I
Unless
just-
unless it's gonna be general merchandise after Expo
I
2025.
just find it funny that over the next couple of decades, that's gonna be a religious artifact. If you think about it,
Well,
that's
It
gonna be
always
part of
depends,
religious
because-
history.
it always depends because I remember vividly in 2012 when San Pedro Calungsod or Saint Pedro Calungsod was canonized, there are these plushies called Pedrito.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing, as Luce, but instead of a copy of the Doctrina Christiana, which is basically the first ever catechism printed in the Philippines, it's a tablet with an e-copy of the Doctrina Christiana, and of course a palm that would symbolize his martyrdom. So yeah, that was a thing when he was canonized. So yeah.
So what is the point of Luce? Is she like a mascot? What is she? Is she supposed to bring
Yeah,
more
she's a
children to the
mascot.
church?
She is a mascot, and she is made to for in an attempt to
Indoctrinate
attract
the Japanese. You know the Japanese
younger
aren't
generations in the Catholic Church, especially the Japanese though,
They're
because
not. They're
just so
not very
happens,
religious.
yeah, it just so happens that Expo 2025 would be in Osaka, Japan.
Yeah, but the Japanese culture is not very religious at all.
Yeah. Maybe the
Is
Koreans,
this like the? Is this like the
maybe the
last
Koreans
frontier?
would
The last frontier of the Catholic Church. Like we got to get those Japanese, man. They're the only ones that dodged us for the last 2,000
They
Not
years.
celebrate
necessarily-
Catholic holidays, right? They have Christmas.
Yeah.
They don't
Christmas
really
holidays,
sell. Like they go to work on Christmas. They don't really have. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a commercial holiday.
But it's not just the Japanese though,
It's
and
an
it's not the
optional thing.
Asians. It's not even the Asian. It's not just the Asians that the Catholic Church is trying to attract,
Recruit.
but not really recruit, but attract perhaps
How many
to,
Asian
consider
countries are
Catholicism.
Catholic, by the way? Just the Philippines.
I hope they do. I hope the Catholic Church does a Bollywood version of this when they go to
don't
India.
know.
That'd be awesome. It's like
I don't know.
the exaggerated action scenes and the dancing and all that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
They're gonna have
I-
to change the name of Luce, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah.
as I said, it's not just the Japanese, it's not just the Asians that they're attracting. They're attracting younger generations, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, those kids,
Yeah.
and even kids at heart who are anime fans. So that's that. As I mentioned earlier, there are some who have dressed up as Luce for Halloween at
Already?
the last minute. Yeah, at the last minute. It's kind of fun that in the past few days, it escalated from being introduced at the Vatican to being a pop culture icon. You know, but then again, there's this tendency that the faster your popularity soars, the faster it declines. But we will see. Watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a doozy.
I really hope this turns into a worldwide series. That would be great.
What, the Luce and the Shining version?
You know,
Luce and Friends. Luce and Friends. That would be a good good title for a show, for a children's religious show.
Yeah, it's like Dora the Explorer. She's like searching for the shrine of whatever it is, the Shroud of Turin. Like she's on like this.
Maybe
she's
she
on,
can
like,
she can go on a pilgrimage, not just in Europe. Let's say Walsingham, Santiago de Compostela, Rome, Mount Athos, Jerusalem, but also other other Christian pilgrimage sites around the world.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, I
they-
mean,
they
it's pretty
sell
cool,
it.
man.
They sell it outside.
I'll have
of
to,
Italy.
Because as you guys know for sure, and probably the people that are watching, I teach English to Japanese people every day, basically 4, 5, 6 hours a day sometimes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm familiar with kind of the religious culture. There are Catholics there. I have a couple Catholic students. I have a couple Buddhist students. I have a couple students that are like, I don't know.
Shinto
Yeah, but they don't even really. Shinto's not even really a religion. It's more like a
lifestyle,
observance type thing.
servant's lifestyle, and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
like they go to temple and stuff, but it's more cultural than it is religious. But I'll ask them about. I'm curious. I'm gonna ask them about this thing. If this is, because I have students from that
What's
range
the
from 8
size?
years old to 78 years old.
What's the
So,
size
like, I
of the
can get a
statue,
good-
Ian? Did they actually release any dimensions for it?
The prototype that was released in the Vatican is, I guess this, I mean, just this big.
12
I
inches?
don't know.
Mm,
Maybe. Maybe it's just for just to introduce
Just
the
to-
dimensions.
Just to give
There's
context to
a-
people, regarding 10-inch statues for Tokidoki, their prices range from $192 to $240 each.
Oh,
So in case that's it's gonna be selling, that's gonna be its price.
yeah. And you would also have to apply the law of supply and demand for that.
Yeah. The Tokidoki is one of the most expensive figures in the market, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Again, I understand why you asked, Christian. Why Tokidoki and not Funko Pop?
yeah, because I don't think it's lost on people. I'm an atheist regarding this. I'm more thinking on this on the line of a collector. Since they actually released it as such, there's gonna be a collectible figure, right? Otherwise, it would be in their shrine, sitting there alongside the rest of the
Yeah,
statue.
I guess that's a good point.
If
I
you're
mean,
gonna be marketing something to me of this value, it better be good.
right.
yeah, I understand, and yeah, that's a fair point though, Christian. It's really a fair point because
Because I am genuinely interested in this, considering who is actually making it.
Mhm.
I might have been
Simone
less
Leto.
interested. I might have been less interested in this if Funko actually got involved,
oh,
because there is such a thing in the U.S. as a Funko landfill, right? You know that, Chris?
what's that?
Where
Like
there's a
nobody's
bunch
like
of-
there.
Where there's a bunch of Funko Pops actually dumped.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, the Funko
That's-
landfill.
yeah.
Those
Well,
I've not heard
basically
of
don't
this.
have value. A lot of them.
a lot of,
Mm.
although there's a lot of people who wanted a Funko Pop version of Luce, but then again, it all it all boils down to licensing. Since it's Tokidoki that has been commissioned
Dude,
by the Vatican
if-
to do this.
If the Catholic Church actually did licensing, they would be really rich, considering how many crosses are out in the market right now.
Oh,
Well,
bro. Imagine,
Yeah,
imagine a percentage on every Bible sold.
Yeah,
uh,
like that.
Jesus.
The biggest selling book in the world is actually the Gutenberg Bible, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but yeah, I guess that's a good way of seeing that.
the
And,
Vatican entering merchandising, the
You
Pope
know-
swag.
you know, it seems that they don't have to because a lot of people who are very much enterprising, who are Catholics, are gonna do this independently. So yeah, that's how I see it. I mean, the Vatican does not have to worry about that. They just have to worry about their own stuff and all of the all of the all of the BS that they're into, so that they can focus on that. And then when it comes to businesses, they can rely on donations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they
South
do really
Park is-
good on donations alone. People trying
South
to buy
Park
their way
is
in.
gonna have a
heaven.
field day on this if they actually ever pick this up.
Oh boy, I'm sure they would.
They will be replacing that staff with a chainsaw. Does it come with accessories? Like,
I don't know, but given that Luce and friends are pilgrims, they don't really wanna do any harmful thing to anyone else. They just wanted to go places.
Can you agree, Chris, that pilgrims don't want to do harmful stuff?
So wait, she's a pilgrim from where?
Well, given that Simone Legno is an Italian and this has been commissioned by the Vatican, perhaps she's a pilgrim who is setting out from Rome.
Oh, so she's Rome. So she's still Italian. Okay.
So yeah, that's how it goes. But I just wanted to ask. There are detractors regarding Luce. They're saying that it's infantilizing and it's not really something the Vatican needs to prioritize given the issues and the BS that they're involved with. Any thoughts on that, gentlemen?
What else are they going to be working on in the church? Like, they don't do politics. They don't do governance. Like, what else are they going to be working on? That's my question about this one. If someone can actually suggest to me what else they want the church to actually do, you're more than welcome to put it in the comments. Because I can't think of one. If it's humanitarian aid, why are we donating to them in a sense? Why aren't we actually donating to the people affected? Why are we just sending the church money? We can't actually give directly. So what else do we want the church to actually do? Clean itself up?
Oh,
of what?
I guess that's actually some of the comments that I'm seeing, that especially from American Catholics, that the church should just focus on cleaning their stuff up, especially with the BS that they're involved with. But being an American, Chris, this mindset has been prevalent with American Catholics. What say you?
I don't know, honestly. I'm not super religious. I went to Catholic Mass one time in basic training, and it was like a horror show. The sermon was terrifying. Like, it really was. I used, because in basic training, and I guess also AIT, I'm not sure. AIT, you have a little more freedom. But in basic training, if you don't go to service on Sunday, then you stay back and you clean the barracks.
Yeah.
Right. And I came from rural Kentucky, so what did I know? Baptist, basically, Pentecostal maybe. But so I took this opportunity to explore religions. So I went to all kinds of shit. I went to Wicca. I went to LDS. I went to the Black Church, the Gospel Church, which, by the way, the best, an absolute party.
Well.
Wicca was odd. Cool, but odd.
Yeah, but
LDS was kind of very culty. And the Catholic Mass, so many people. The church was huge. But I remember thinking during the sermon, this is
what did the chaplain say? What did the chaplain say?
It was all about hell and brimstone and punishment, and it was all there was really no light. All I got was darkness the whole time. And I was like,
there
this
was no hope.
This is intense, dude. I remember saying to the dude next to me, this is terrifying.
Welcome to my world, Chris.
Yeah, bro. I was like, this is so scary.
I've been struggling to live out my personal faith every single day. And for the record, and for our audience there, yes, I don't claim to be holy. I don't claim to be, someone who is uptight. I'm currently drinking in the midst of this podcast. So yeah, I do admit that I'm still a work in progress. So I guess that's the beauty of being a Catholic, and I guess now you understand.
Right.
Now you guys understand where I am coming from. But given that initial reaction, I do understand. I do understand your uh why why you're weirded out with the Catholic
Yeah.
Mass and the sermons by the chaplain.
Yeah, but yeah, so as far as like I don't know how people really react. I think some people would say um I imagine most people would agree with it. I'm sure there's some outliers. Um
Yeah.
but I think for the most part this is a harmless
Yeah,
I think it's just a harmless attempt by the church to like
market themselves a bit
Yeah,
more.
Yeah.
basically
for
market
the new
themselves.
Market
generation.
themselves, and yeah, and so far they're succeeding because as we said, there are a lot of very wholesome and very decent artworks
Mhm.
that basically made Luce more cuter than she already is. So that's a
So
good
this
thing.
is you found
it a
this
week.
on Facebook,
Just give it a week.
right?
Oh,
You
boy.
found these on Facebook.
Not
How do
just
you-
on Facebook. I also see some images from Google, from everywhere else. There
How do you
are
spell how do you spell her name?
Luce.
Okay. Let's go Catholic. Because Twitter's the place to go if you want to see some foul shit.
Oh God!
You're gonna be visiting the devil's cesspool.
we're gonna dive in here and see. Let's just go to media. Let's see what we got.
Oh
That's where logic
boy!
goes to die.
Well, there's the unveiling, which is kind of cool. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's a
basically the
huge
reference
statue.
for the item when Christian asked me about how big it is.
Probably the size of it.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
this is about 10 inches.
Yeah, something like
10
that,
or
maybe. Yeah.
9 or 10.
the color scheme reminds me of the robot
So
from
about this
Superbook.
size. So for reference, I don't have a Coke can here. So
Yeah.
this is a standard phone.
hmm
So
Yeah.
about a couple of inches.
Whatever brand that is, please sponsor us.
It's
Anyway.
already a partner, so please stay.
Oh, oh yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. At least, anyway, that color scheme, Christian, reminds me of the robot from Superbook.
What was the name of that robot?
I don't know.
It was the round one, right?
Yeah, it's the round one.
That always
Especially
breaks
the
down. That's why they get stuck in time.
and especially the remake.
Oh right, they did a remake of that in 3D,
Yeah, they
right?
did a remake of that. Huh?
In 3D, right? They
Yeah, in
rendered it
3D.
CGI.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, here on Google, there are a lot of searches for Luce. And yeah. Oh my goodness. There I actually see one of the images, and Chris just
Well, you know.
That's life.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually see one image here with Luce being drawn alongside, I guess, Freddy Fazbear in I don't know. It's not a clerical suit, but he has a cross chain on his hands, and he's in prayer. Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm.
I just like to point this out. Only the Catholic can actually do this.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that as a Catholic
Yeah.
myself.
It gives you a bit of perspective on how much freedom you get with which religion you choose.
As long as it's something that you you know, as long as it's something that you are definitely comfortable with. That is.
Like, I'm not much of a religious person. I just said that, but if there was something that I would be looking for in a religion, a bit of freedom, I guess. If you're gonna be oppressing me, at least give me a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of this podcast is because, you know, a religious guy like me, an agnostic like Chris, an atheist like Christian are talking about this.
I
They're
have Catholic priests as friends, so
oh yeah,
it's
that's
not just
good to
me
hear.
thinking this way. It's also from within that are telling me
Yeah.
these sort of things. That's
It's not just me.
So
It's
they
not
are
just
fully
me, folks.
they are fully self-aware of where they're actually standing in these cases. Majority of them actually doesn't feel like the Vatican is actually necessary. I won't name names, so don't worry.
Yeah,
But you know
we're
who
not
you
the
are.
Boston Globe.
That,
We're
that's
not
where
the
I
Boston Globe.
that's where I got the term cafeteria Catholics.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with that one.
So
But you know what? Either way, the consensus that we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is that a Catholic, an agnostic, and an atheist find Luce cute, and I do hope that you find her cute as well. Either whether you believe or not, right?
Right.
So, and I guess that's a good way to end this podcast. I understand that you may have things to do, and I definitely am. I definitely appreciate.
one final message: if anyone from Tokidoki is actually listening, or the Vatican is listening regarding this, please make the
Oh.
price reasonable. Don't price us out of heaven, please. Good God, this
Yeah,
is a religious
I-
figure. Have it accessible for everyone.
This Catholic agrees. So that's that. Holy Father, please, if you can intervene on this, let the people
You
purchase.
the church rarely has
Luce.
anything that I'm actually interested in. This is one. If they're gonna be pricing me out of this, I'm gonna hold that grudge for life.
Yeah. So yeah, if we're shooting our shot here, ladies and gentlemen. If anyone's listening from the Vatican, or perhaps anyone close to him, and for the Filipino context, maybe Cardinal Tagle, please make the merch for Luce more affordable.
Imagine the
And
people at
ask
Tokidoki.
Tokidoki as well to do that, because
Tokidoki
yeah,
actually sweating at bullets because they think if they don't do this right, they might go to hell for it.
oh yeah. If they don't apply the right balance for supply and in the law of supply and demand, they would really go to hell. So
Ask the
yeah.
Question: can we be greedy on this one?
Anyway, yeah, and I guess that's a good note to end on in this podcast. And I do appreciate you sticking around for all the banter and all the things that we have been talking about, especially Luce.
I just want to note this. We spent more time on this damn doll than the rest of our discussion regarding politics, regarding entertainment, regarding history. We've spent more time on this damn doll than those things. So
Yeah. And maybe it's because you know, as I always say in this episode, I am a religious guy. I am a Catholic, and Christian is an anime guy. So at least 2 out of 3 co-hosts of this podcast have have a bear on this fight.
It's not even
So
about
that's-
that. It's the absurdity of it all. Like,
Yeah. Absurdity, whimsicality, whatever you call it, it's fun. And it is indeed fun to talk about this. And thank you very much for really sticking around. So before we go, I would like you all to like this video if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, do like it as well. And subscribe also to our YouTube channel, Paper Straw Media. Ring the notification bell by selecting all. Share that video around to all of your friends, and tell them the news that at least 3 guys are okay with Luce. So that's so that's that. And
I'm still waiting
just
for
a
a week to
reminder.
actually be okay with this, by the way, on how
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
damage this could
It-
do.
It released on Monday, so let's see. Anyway,
Yeah, just
Um,
also, I'm sorry, Ian. Just a reminder, we might have new programming this coming Monday.
good
We have a
thing.
new
Good
program coming up. I think people will be
not gonna
quite
spoil
interested in
them.
this one. So
Yeah, we're not gonna
schedule is
spoil
still
them.
pending. So watch out on our social medias and on our website regarding the scheduling for the new program. And next week, election coverage.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
please
Of
stand by
course.
on the channel. We will be covering the election, doing watch-alongs for live broadcasts, live
Okay.
reactions, analysis. So please don't miss it. Join us. Hang out with
Yeah.
us.
Yep.
yeah,
Or
please,
join the chat and
uh,
offer your opinion regarding the nightmare of a result that will happen. So
Yeah.
yeah. But as Christian said, we will have new programming, and we're gonna have a lot to do next week. So please check us out, especially on Twitch. Normally we live stream the Paper Straw podcast every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 4 p.m. Philippine Standard Time, 8 a.m. UTC, or 4 to 4:30 Philippine Standard Time, or 8 to 8:30 UTC. And we also upload our videos, the podcast version, or the proper version of the podcast on YouTube, so that you can check it out on YouTube as well. Anyway,
if you want to watch the dirty version, go on Twitch.
yeah, yeah.
Like I'm
If you
cleaning it
wanna-
up for you guys on YouTube. Don't make me
Yeah.
do more work.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Again, I really wanna thank Christian for helping us out with the YouTube thing, and it's been fun, and I hope that we do this again next week, and same time, and still on Twitch and also on YouTube, and yeah. Before I run out of words,
Please
And I
don't forget
understand
to
that the-
like, subscribe, share, follow us on Twitch, subscribe to us on YouTube,
Yeah.
and post
Uh,
your violent reactions on the comments section.
especially for this episode. And yeah, with that said, thank you very much for sticking with us for, I guess, 90 minutes plus. I don't know how long this is, but hey, this is our lives right now. So yeah. And on behalf of Chris Short and Christian Tejares, I am Ian Reñon, and thank you very much for listening or watching Paper Straw Podcast. Happy weekend, everyone, and stay safe. Bye.
Luce.
Luce.